好啊，我要重新开始啊！刚刚麦克风没声音。啊，来一文，开始了，开始了。没声啊，刚刚没声音啊，重开啊，麦克风没声音。啊，重新。哎，这次我要重新下载这个球员档。因为这个球员档有周期啊，好，开始吧，开始吧。这个自动干扰投篮一定要选总式的。
It's the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Game 1 of the NBA season. A time of hope. A time of optimism.
There's that word again.
You know what? That was so... I don't know, it was so deep and it was so heartfelt the way I delivered it, I thought. I almost can't go on. I'm just bright-eyed and bushy. Oh, well, let's move on. Kenny's here. Shaq is here.
Bright-eyed? Are you a rabbit?
Tonight, it's the Houston Rockets as they'll be playing against the Los Angeles Lakers at Staples Center. And for Los Angeles, they are hungry for a win here. Last season, they got swept by this team. 4 straight losses, something they haven't forgotten. And what a joy to behold opening night of a new NBA season. A fresh start for everybody, including us. Shaq, what are you looking forward to this year?
Well, some of the almost teams that couldn't be interesting already to see if they've taken that next step. It's always interesting to see the young players and how they develop during the off season. Were you partying?
我现在刚刚打开音效啊。周琦怎么长这样啊？
Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. At small forward, standing 6'9", number 14.
啊，想象他有抖内啊，所以。
Right up now. Woohoo! Come on, come on, come on! Standing 6'9", number 4.
现在有吗？现在没有吧？ 有爆声啊！现在还有吗？爆音！现在嘞？
We've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks everyone for joining us here in the start of a new season. Hi everyone.
有那么多种爆音？是游戏的是吧？ 爆音没了。
This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Robert and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter David Aldridge. Western Conference battles always fun. This time it's the Los Angeles Lakers intent on protecting home court. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston. Well, guys, they got swept in last year's series. You know, that's the first and foremost thing in their mind as they look to turn the tables this time around.
And this, the first of 3 games these two teams will play against one another this season.
And the Houston Rockets starting 5. Harden and Ariza, the athletic wing pair. Clint Capella is out there with Ryan Anderson. And it's Paul in at the 1 spot. Now, here's Clarkson. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. And so much anticipation. You know the fans are amped up for opening night.
Well, not just the fans, baby. The players are too. I mean, they've worked over the summer so hard, going into the lab.
Harden.
This is the proving ground right here.
Yes.
Oh, Capella
with the bucket.
Oh man.
设定一下。
Capella absolutely destroys the opposition on the offensive glass, using that gigantic body of his to snag down second chance opportunity.
And so it's the Lakers with it. It's a 3-point game.
Lopez.
Here's Lopez.
Oh,
Capella sends it back. Paul passes to Ariza. The 17th.
Ariza.
Here's Capella.
God.
Lopez.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of it.
Lopez.
Now here's Lopez.
Oh God!
Good. Lopez has got his first points in this one.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
那最主要的对抗性要再加强。那其实他的身高很高啊，手臂也很长，所以这还是有点优势。哎呀！
2 minutes played here in the first quarter.
但是要说灵巧度的话，其实他还是办法。
6 on the shot clock.
哎，这没有人去防了。
Here's Clarkson. Missed inside.
Oh, tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
And you know what? That won't show on the stat sheet. It's showing good anticipation. Doesn't get the block, but pretty much had the same effect.
And the Lakers have possession. They trail by 1.
And what a solid producer Jordan Clarkson was over those first 2 seasons. Quickly adapted to the NBA style. He was named NBA All-First Team in terms of rookies. And last year, he became a much more confident shooter. I mean, despite having to fight for those minutes as they went on that serenade of Kobe Bryant, he really, I felt like, separated himself and also establised that he's going to be.
不是他妈雍正就是王伟，跟同一个人吧。
Who was able to talk with head coach Luke Walton.
Well, Kevin, they have a specific approach to tonight's game. He told me they have to get the ball into the paint as much as possible and take advantage of what they believe is a big inch for them inside. We'll see if they're right about that tonight. Back to you.
Thanks so much.
刚刚在投篮的时候被东西卡住。
Terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Ingram with the steal. Here's Ball. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
And the passing of Ingram, setting up his teammates and distributing the ball, effortless.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Ariza kicks to Capella. Back to Ariza. Shot to stop the drought. Second chance effort. And ends a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Rockets shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And he ends up missing both free throws.
Wow, and the big man Capella has proven to be a reliable role player, a strong physical presence who takes smart shots and contributes well on D.
Ball. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
这投篮姿势还蛮屌的。
That one
差一点点。
And earlier, Chris Paul told us about the depth of their roster.
勇士队明年还会夺冠啊！
Our bench is amazing.
还是会啊。
It's so exciting because when our bench
机会非常大。
more often than not, if we're losing, they're going to get us the lead, and if we have the lead, they're going to increase the lead, and it's fun to watch because everybody cheers for each other too.
When your starters feel that good about their second unit guys,
其实对到现在为止还没补
asset
强
that
的
a
动
team
作。
can have, and if you've seen Chris Paul cheering from the bench, you know that it's very, very true.
And that's the kind of team that's always been so much fun to play on. Everybody's really pulling for one another, no matter who's playing. Even in practice, with that kind of a team, you tend to have more fun.
Oh.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Defense paying huge dividends for them through the first.
You're right. They've been extremely active, physical.
我有调了，他等一下就会上场了。
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Rockets. Gordon out there with
不如他上面写的这么准啊！
Then it's PJ Tucker, and it's
我在用的时候怎么
at
不
the
知道
three
啊？
spot. And a problem that this Rocket team, Chris, has had to deal with the last few seasons is quitting on themselves during games.
I mean, that's something you have to bring to the table as a player yourself. That's something that is
最喜欢吃
very
什么
hard
冰
to
哦？
coach
还好
out
哎
team or prevent because it's all on the mentality of the players. Just mental
我最喜欢吃
lapses
麦
in
乐
general
冰
have been a big problem for the
你也
Rockets
知
for
道
the
这个
last
冰
couple
吗？
of
麦乐
seasons.
冰。
And it's a shame because they have been so deadly when they
犯
all
规
have their heads in the game from start to finish.
Well, one thing that Chris Paul has always been known for is his presence, Greg, on the defensive end. Just a smart and fundamentally sound defender who knows certainly how to disrupt a ball handler.
No doubt.
感谢雍正。
NBA, there are so
哇，
many
果然是
guards
皇帝的
that
眼光就是不一样。
But Paul makes
皇
your
帝的眼光
shots
就是
tougher
正确
than
的。
probably anybody else in the league. Still, with the quick hands, he will come up with more than
啊，
his
犯规。
fair share of steals. And the thing about Laker fans, I mean, they've always been used to their team being the favorite to win most nights. Lately, though, it's more about the excitement that their young players bring to the bright future ahead.
Tiny is checked in for the Rockets. James Harden comes in for Chris Paul.
周琦是中国队的中锋啊，他好像都打4号了，打4号5号位。
Who also happen to have a lot of skill too.
Yeah, it's a different kind of showtime for the Lakers. I mean, it's the joy of watching the young guys grow up and the pain of seeing them make mistakes. One thing we can say about Tinseltown, though, it's never boring.
No.
Clarkson.
Now here's Clarkson.
其实你的整个防守往后缩的话，电脑很喜欢投外线。
Nance passes to Brewer. That's his second shot and his second
basket.
He's 2 for 2.
Well, you have to like seeing Brewer rise up for the mid-range around that mid-range area of the floor. A lethal shooter from there.
Back to Harden. Down low. Shoots inside.
哦，犯规！
And a foul.
周琦脸怎么长这样啊？等一下改一下。
So he'll shoot 2 right here. A lot of post players, Chris, can rely on their strength to score, but others just take moves. Who do you feel are some of the smoothest post scorers in the game right now?
Oh wow, some of the smoothest post scorers. I still think you got to go to Cousins in Sacramento. His game and his footwork is just impeccable. Also, how about that jump hook of Pau Gasol? Still so effective even this many years later. And then don't forget about LaMarcus Aldridge. I mean, his jump shot allows for him to use.
哎呀，自己干没干进？哎呀
！And he just plays defenses at his mercy.
Good point. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we've seen James Harden become one of the most accomplished in the league at drawing fouls and getting to the free throw line. And he style. He said free throws are a part of basketball. I'm not necessarily going in there and trying to draw a foul, but if a person can't guard you, he has to foul you. Or I'm going to score every single time.
Oh, the toughest cover in the league, DA. Thank you.
And that is a punch.
哎呦，他脸就是长这样啊
As tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game.
Ooh, I don't think he planned it.
哎呀，这出太慢
It's one of those things, you know, Greg, that just happens. And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Here is Harden. Larry Nance making his last shot. Gordon with no one around. That 3 off the mark. Lakers leading by 5.
好高哦，周琦啊！
106 left to play.
神高啊
Clarkson kicks to Dang.
五段。
Shoots from 12. That was some solid defense there by Nene. Gordon dishes to Harden. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
And Harden his shots, showing off his true muscle and level of concentration.
Right side, Gordon. And he's big with the dunk over Brook Lopez.
And guys, I don't know that this is for that kind of flair.
内有号称那个火箭队的登陆点。
Not necessarily the dramatic.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
怎么球都捡不下来啊
And the Lakers with possession here. Following the score by Houston.
传啊
Clarkson gets the three.
盖公一传这样传呢
Kicks it out to Gordon. Passes to Tiny.
Oh,
no good.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover.
And the first half comes to a conclusion.
自抛自投在过3分线那一段时间，过3分线快要到罚球线，3分线与罚球线的中间就可以按，他就会自抛自投。
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. What a showing tonight. A sold-out building, the backdrop, a competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, I thought their turning point was when the bench came in. Those guys really hustled and they gave the team some energy. And then that was a bonus.
以中锋来说的话，他应该是算是亚洲最强的
Well, they're definitely struggling with their offensive efficiency. Anytime you're shooting in the low 30s from the floor, you're not going to put yourself in a position. They're too predictable right now. They need to do a better job of adjusting to what they're seeing from the defense.
这高那没球，那没挨啊。
So that'll do it for now as we send you courtside with Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew for the start of the second half.
And it's been a back and forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
好，第三节开始。
So it's the Lakers.
而且姚明罚球其实还蛮稳的。
It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. Ingram and Randall, the young forward tandem. Clarkson is out there with Baller, and it's Lopez in at the 5. That's the Laker 5.
Oh, and Harden is so quick.
田沃永泰其实还算不错，还算不错，但是实在没办法，亚洲人就是没办法。亚洲人的话，他速度算非常快，投篮也很准的，但是先天体能就在那边没办法。
Was at the forefront, it seems, of that movement.
Yeah, especially at his volume. He's never been just a secondary floor spacer. He's a go-to scoring threat with his outside shooting.
He's getting his first.
不要，秘境又没有人要看了，这不会玩。
The first free throw is good.
Look at this Rockets team. As impressive as they are on the offensive end, they do have their weak spots. One big one is rebounding and closing out possessions. They just give up way too many second chance looks. Not your run-of-the-mill big man from the line. This guy can stroke it.
Kobe 跟 O'Neal 好像是前一代有用过啊，前一代、上一代。
The dish to Randall, feeds to Clarkson.
来啊
Here's Lopez.
他盖到你家爸爸。
Rebound goes to the Rockets. And the rebounding problems of the Rockets, Chris, makes a lot of sense. They often will go small at position for stretches of time.
Well, that's their weakness, and that's the part where they can fall behind with rebounding. A lot of it is that they get out of position too often. Rebounding is one reason why they can falter defensively for long stretches of time.
It's off the screen.
哦哟，这球没防住了，离得太远。
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Harden kicks to Gordon. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Harden right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Tiny.
哎呀，这球没灌进。他怎么不直接拔起来灌篮
？Ball the pass to Lopez. Down low.
哦，好球
！Clocks it off the glass. Wow. The pass to Tiny.
大侠
And some nice passing there by Houston.
好，又打3分。
He could not have been more.
他对了，在斜跳下跳。看你老师欸。
Ball the pass to Clarkson. Randall a screen on.
那边安静的恰恰没担当没。
Clarkson kicks to Lopez.
去死吧你
The Rockets pull it in. Tiny's got his 3rd rebound tonight. There's the feed to Gordon.
哎呀
Stolen by Randall.
我突然切进去啊！然后球又去火锅。
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. Gordon kicks to Anderson.
Anderson， 好球
！Jump shot from the top of the key. Anderson's got the lead
有
up
名啊，不
to
算
5
呢，
now for
我
the
是
Rockets.
应该没有看过我直播吧？哦，好球
to assist, and that's been the recipe for success.
And Harden with the stuff.
好球，球
How
好的
about。the quick hands of Harden? Easily coming up with the steal, thanks to his activity.
哇，周琦连续一个火锅啊，把浪费是该的不要不要的。刚讲那个词。
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Houston leading by 5.
战术太少了。
Al Harden, he's got 8. Anderson the screen. Ariza outside.
Ariza,
that's good on the jump shot. Ariza's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
And Trevor Ariza is going to pick
先
up
发
the
球
foul
员上来。
here. That's his
阿拉
first
萨
foul.
基
So both teams making some changes here.
DJ Tucker 也上场。
3rd quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. And here are the Rockets now. They're on a 12-4 run. Paul dishes to Bella. We've got 22 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter.
再教他一绝嘛，没关系。
Ball the pass to Clarkson.
对吧？
To the inside. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 5 rebounds tonight. Paul outside. With 1 on the clock. Misses at the rim. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. The Rockets on top as they wrap up the 3rd
勇者那时代已经应该还没有那个吧？
And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of
这
action when
这
we
价
return.
高的没鸟，直接当。
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The 4th quarter of play should begin momentarily.
等一下啊。 啊？那至少嘴巴会动，像哑巴一样。喂喂喂，喂尿尿，还在。喂喂喂。啊！喂喂，喂尿尿尿。 这个是小说吧？靠腰不是说骗子啊！我是讲骗子，小说啊，小说应该是有啦。
EJ Tucker is out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Chris Paul. Then there's Gordon. Then it's Nene in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Paul left side. And Nene slams it in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
比较好，那个是网络的那个，还是所谓的游戏的那个？你的那个是转圈圈是吧？
Here's Zubats, guarded by Nene. Shot clock at 5. Here's Nance.
The passion and skill taking full advantage on the offensive board.
And so here is Houston. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Gordon kicks to Capella. Gordon a screen. Capella dishes the ball.
CP3 3分。
Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Ingram passes the ball. Feeds to Ingram.
哇，好险他没出手啊
It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And slam dunk by Ingram.
开后面的。
6'9", Ingram is constantly on the prowl for these dunks. An incredible athlete who just finishes with ease near the hoop.
CP3。
Nene kicks to Paul.
跑错边了吧？干。
Back to Nene. Puts it up from 12. And Nene pulls it down. Lakers trail by 5.
球哥。
Paul defended by Paul. Here's Paul. Sweet little floater.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he
球员党有更新啦。
Now that's a gutsy take on his part to make that happen. Many would not have tried that over the larger defender.
And he clearly doesn't like what's going on out there right now.
Well, I'll tell you what, I wonder what time the bus got in last night. Their energy just isn't there. Neither is the execution. That's a smart timeout.
Lopez, he's checked in for the Lakers. Clarkson comes in for Lou Alday. And then for Houston, Anderson, he's checked in for Nene. Isa comes in for PJ. James Harden in for Eric Gordon. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni was talking about with his team. He told them, hey, they're ready to give up. We're close to winning this game, but we're not done yet. I don't want to see any let up out there. Let's see how well we got the ball.
Oh, you love how physical Ariza is. Just attacking the defense.
画面会很钝吗？几点看画面会不会就是会卡卡的这样？
And he hits both free throws here, so now it's a 5-point game.
That's a great effort at the line, making it a 2-possession game.
Ball the pass to Lopez from downtown. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And here is Paul. 1:11 left in the fourth quarter. Houston needs to get a shot. Another miss by Houston.
Total breakdown on defense there.
Mr.
Lopez. A shot out there, and it's Houston the other way. Paul goes in. Takes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. And the Rockets lead by 7. And the Lakers call time here. They're down by 7. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Oh, 好像有一点点。等一下重开一下，先设定一下那个，你再订阅啊。这个就好很多了。刚才看一下，稍微顿一下，稍微顿一下。
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Lopez sinks it. Oh, and that puts the lead to just 5. Here's Paul. And Anderson has it in the corner.
Run Anderson. Oh,
assist by Paul as that one goes in.
And really, with every point from this point on, it seems like they're just closer to finishing this one off.
I mean, well, come on. Don't they look super confident right now? They just have to control the pace of this game.
I had to slow down. Suna.
We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. It falls!
And how about the focus of England? Not getting overtaken by the heat of the moment, nailing the shot in the face of the defender.
Gentlemen, group shot. Group shot.
聊天室，周琦可以上吗？当然有上啊。好，他当然有上法。
He's able to hit the second one, and that increases their lead to 6. Timeout called the Lakers. They're behind by 6. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
回风。
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
It's not winning basketball.
还要犯规啊
！Like that.
No, you're right. It's selfish on his part to attempt that. Should have passed it back out and tried to get a better look.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game.
Probably impossible for them to come back now.
Definitely. The ship has sailed on this.
周琦上场，他打的是。
Here's Tiny.
怎么叫 Tiny 啊？很小啊。哦，有了，得分。
To finish it off.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting
这个脸不是我做的啊！先强调一下，他的脸是我做的，不知道哪一个天才做的。
So we see Houston taking the W here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg.
OK， 实际现在二手700块就有。
But one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, what does a win like this do?
The 2K Sports post-game show.
我之前看到之前那个纪录档没有做
We're ready to present our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden. Kenny, what did you like about his game?
Well, James Harden is impossible to keep in check on a night like this. And as a scorer and a playmaker, hardly anyone could compare to him. He's a special player with a special talent.
You know what? Usually he takes crazy shot, but his shot selection.
基本上运动游戏的话，还不到1年就会狂跌。
He didn't force anything.
至少狂跌3分之一以上。
He kept the ball moving. That's how you get your
但是运动游戏有它的好处就是说，在当季就可以开始玩最佳最新的球员。如果你后面才再往最近来，
For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie John.
Big. 好，第二场比赛。
It's the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
有 Kobe 吗？什么意思啊？没有啊，为什么会有 Kobe 啊
？Hello, everybody. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host Ernie Johnson.
为什么会有 Kobe？
Kenny the Jet Smith.
Kobe 不是退休了吗？
Dr.
感谢订阅。
Tonight, it'll be the
有啊，这里面有 Kobe 啦，有01年的 Kobe 跟
Houston. They got their season rolling with a nice win in their first game. Now we'll find out if they can build on it and open with back-to-back victories. We'll get to see Chris Paul in action in this one. Always a treat. And beyond his ability to put up numbers is his ability to lead, Kenny.
You know what? He's kind of like an old school throwback kind of player, Chris Paul. So can I describe him like an old school announcer?
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, he's very intelligent there, Ernie. He's a skipper up there with the basketball. He's just able to get his teammates really to the basketball. I love that. Skippity-doo.
That was some old school Kenny doing an old reporter thing.
Ernie, you know I'm a businessman.
Are you not going to try to top that?
No, I just want to tell people about my new website that I just started.
What's it called?
It's called That's the Worst I Ever Heard.com. Featuring Kenny trying to talk like an old school announcer.
He's a real skipper.
No, but Ernie, we throw around the term coach on the floor a lot, but Paul, he embodies that idea, especially today.
Hey, could you use your old school style and throw it to Kevin Harlan?
Kevin Harlan, this is going to be one dandy of a game. I'll see you later, 2K Sports Crew.
可以啊，有正妹呢，可是很奇怪，你男生的声音配上女生的身体很恶心，好不好？要换是可以换的，可是很恶心。
The Mavericks look to take charge at the American
Center
in Dallas, Texas, and we're gonna.
换位防。
To you live. And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer
Well, Mavs head coach Rick Carlisle is known for his command of X's and O's.
啊，变声器啊
！Great stuff, DA. Thank you. With these games early in the
还在装个变声器，麻烦。
Establishing a rhythm, I would assume, Doris, to prepare for the long haul of the campaign.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about that, Kevin. I think, you know, the veterans are supposed to set the influence on the younger guys. Are we working hard every single day in practice? And there's nothing like having that savvy veteran or a head coach who holds you to high standards, because the rookies are going to do as you show them how to do.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets.
Harden to
the athletic wing pair. Ryan Anderson out there with Clint Capella. And it's Paul in at the 5. Here's Barnes. And side of the rim. Dallas on defense. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
And last year, an entertaining season series.
电影上面都有在卖啊，那实体版的话，基本上一些电玩店也是有在卖。用柯南的领结啊。
And Trevor Ariza, one of the more consistent 3-and-D wings, seems like he puts up pretty much the same numbers, Greg, every season.
Yeah, Kevin, a little bit of what you see is what you get. The difference I saw in him last year, though, although subtle, was the dip in numbers and rebound. The one thing Ariza has to guard against is getting too comfortable floating to that three-point line.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game.
It's amazing to me.
我在这边堵他，他妈就犯规了。
Gets the best out of his talent. You know, he makes the most of his players' strengths, masks their weaknesses as well as anybody can.
And here is Paul. Anderson the screen. Harden outside.
Just Harden.
And he misses his first shot of the game. And the Mavericks with possession. Primetime, the pass to Barnes. Here's Primetime.
Oh, God.
Right over Clint Capella. Wow.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
It's Harden.
He's rising to the occasion as you're trying to keep pace on the scoreboard.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Anderson the screen.
Oh, yeah.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Harden with it. Matthews covering.
Oh, just sorry.
And the Mavericks with Carlisle on the bench always seem to play to their strengths. Their score strength in
球员资料的话，去网络下载那个球员档。
He was there, leading the league in points off the drop.
这是前提哦，前提就是你的主机必须是 PS4 的，因为 PS4 才有网友去做更新 ，PC 版是没有。
Paul kicks to Anderson.
Right, Anderson.
Paul gets the assist. Anderson's got his first 3 points of the game.
The rapid fire threes coming from everywhere.
Boy, both teams really attacking from downtown right now. This is a long-range battle at the moment.
There's a bounce.
Nowitzki with the screen on Ariza. The drive by Bo.
Nowitzki
wide open. He fires. Noel. It's rebounded by Houston. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Well, it's no doubt. It's so much easier to run your offense if the defense is trying to take away any of your options.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him.
Let's hope
that's never the plan, and certainly not this early game. You don't want to let him get on a roll. That can make a long night for you.
Harden has a wide open look. Ryan Anderson again. Anderson's got his third bucket of the night.
I just love the determination on that backboard coming out of the gate. Really strong.
Yeah, we're seeing some early signs that he is on his game. That putback's a good illustration of the work he's ready to put in tonight.
Nobody near Barnes. The 17-footer goes down. Barnes has got his.
You
can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in his zone.
Oh, he will take that shot over and over if they give it to him. That's a defensive error they can't afford to repeat.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Paul. Leaps for it. Here's prime time. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. And Dirk Nowitzki steadily climbing the.
When I first got here, my first.
Dirk has proven himself through the test of time. As tough as it may have been back in his rookie year, he overcame those obstacles to become this elite NBA player destined for the Hall of Fame.
And people do talk about players being a Dirk Nowitzki type. You're right about that. And that's a type any team would like to have. One of the greatest power forwards in the NBA's history.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
It's all about their defense. They have just done a terrific job of creating the timing and spacing of their opponents.
Boy, they have not been caught out of position much, and they're taking great angles to the ball. I love what I'm seeing tonight.
They've got Noel. Curry is out there with J.J. Barea. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Powell in at the 4 slot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Noel. The shot's good. Noel's got 4 points this quarter. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone.
Obviously a different role for Nene these past few seasons. This was once one of the better starting centers in the league. Now he only starts in spots, and he just doesn't seem to have the same impact on the game.
Here's Barea. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good.
Last touch by Paul. And now it's a look at the list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago. In third, the Rockets.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
About a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Curry against Gordon.
哦，
失误了。
为什么 Eric Gordon 不往前跑啊？他竟然停住了！我靠！
Just get any shot he wants through sheer strength and force, but not anymore.
Well, I think the one thing, Kevin, you can say is Nene still gives you good efficiency as a post player in terms of his productivity. The problem is with the way the game is moving, it's harder to find guaranteed minutes. Obviously, there are quicker and more versatile options at the power forward.
Mavericks making a switch here. Farrell's checked in.
我不懂为什么这个 play 要停住啊？
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And Tucker kicks to Nene. Shot clock at 6. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Well, in order to get through an entire NBA season, you got to be tough. I mean, physically tough, mentally tough. Which do you think in the league right now exude and show you? Not
周琦，哇，够高啊！
in terms of the ferocity with which he plays, it's Russell Westbrook. And I don't think I've ever seen that dynamic a player at the lead guard position. The athleticism, the ability when he gets to the rack, it just like, I mean, it's an assault on the rim.
Confidence too. I mean, your confidence has got to be just boundless, don't you think?
I mean, to believe that you're the best player in the league, and I think it to me is his greatest attribute is his confidence.
I thought
捡什么球啊？他去外线捡什么球啊？
wasn't the biggest, wasn't the strongest.
捡球到篮下捡球吧。
Showed, I think, led his team.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I would agree with you on Michael all time. That was the baddest man to ever do it, no doubt about it.
And on our sideline, our reporter David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Dirk Nowitzki says he can still picture himself as that kid from Würzburg. And to him, it's surreal being listed among the legends atop the NBA scoring charts. But Coach Rick Carlisle is less circumspect. He said there's never been a 7-footer who's played his position the way he's played it to his age. And he has a lot of good basketball left in him.
Thanks, DA, a game that's built to last.
Boy, Powell is proving to be a handful inside. Does a good job utilizing his long arms to get the call.
Prime time's checked in for Seth Curry. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Anderson, he's checked in for Nene.
And when you look at the Rockets, I mean, plenty of offense. But last year, there was a huge drop-off defensively. And given this team's lofty goals, that really flies right in the face of...
Oh, sure, good part of...
That's a beautiful jam.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Farrell.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Time to the pass to Gordon. Kicks it out to Ariza.
Get there.
Feeds to Anderson. Harden inside the three-point line. Again, the miss by Harden. And a pretty tough.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. Kenny, what do you think about
就是因为在跑快攻的时候，他在三分线那边停住啦。
Rebounding and then more rebounding. They made a concerted effort to get the glass clean.
And that's it for.
电脑已经把球捡起来了。哦，算是换我在控制了。那前面有一个 Eric Gordon， 他竟然停住了。而且他停住的点很奇怪。 就是让你要传给他也不是，不传给他也不是，这个点很奇怪。这时候按 Y 已经来不及了，没法叫进去。
You know, he's getting the ball in a place where he can do something with it.
And 进攻犯规哦。
One thing, the game seems like it's coming to him naturally.
And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half.
They
got Trevor Ariza, Harden out there with Gordon. Then it's Clint Capella, and it's Anderson in at the 4 spot. Prime time, the pass to Barnes.
That's Barnes. This Barnes is still高啊。
Shot from 12, and it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
如果也是他现在在
那个 coming from as we look at the shot chart for Houston.
And clearly, this is a squad that makes its living in the paint. Very few teams are as determined to get the ball inside as much as they are. They aren't going to settle for jump shots. They're going to continue to pound it down low.
Pass to Noel. Nowitzki dishes to Matthews. Here's Barnes. Barnes with another miss. Houston in the lead. Here's Ariza. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Ariza's got the first for the Rockets. Maverick shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them.
You know, the thing about James Harden, though, there's really no perfect way to defend him. I mean, he can torch you, drives the lane as well as anybody, especially when he's looking to create contact. And in many ways, your best defense against him is a good offense. You try to match some of his points by scoring on the other end. Well documented that maybe defense not his strength, but, you know, that's an area where if you want to have success, you're going to have to do a good job on that end.
Kicks it to Anderson.
到了，半天也没绕进去。
The jump hook.
好球 Anderson.
Shot is good, and it's a 5-point Rocket lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
I'm thinking about ways to stop Harden. Part of the problem is that he's really built like no other player out there.
Physically, he's got that barrel of a body, the long arms, and just enough quickness to blow by you. He's elusive yet always looking for contact, which is why he lives at the free throw line.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Barea, back to Curry. It's good, great plays. Timeout called, the Rockets. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their
基本上转播视角比较难用所谓的盘带啊，因为整个都是很要用是可以，但是整个都是不友善转播视角。但是如果用2K 就比较好盘带，因为它整个是平面的。好球，13。整个平面的话，带球会比较好带。如果说你是玩买 bug 的话，建议还是用2K 啦。
Dishes it to Barnes, and Paul over to help. Barea with a wide open look. No good from outside.
And they continue to control the glass.
Harden kicks to Paul. It's stolen by Barea. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. Here's Powell. It's not going to go for him. Some solid defense there by Nene. Here's Harden on the wing. Here's Paul.
That's Paul.
Drops in the layup for 2. And now a 9-point Rocket lead.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle.
他篮下没有高个子啊，不然就被盖掉。
From the paint.
On its way from Curry for 2, and the shot is long.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration.
看这个不知道是谁。他没人防，他直接拔起来，这个没进。
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Barnes passes to Curry.
Curry.
There's the pick. Shot clock at 5.
我看，他是 Stephen Curry 的上篮动作哎。
Can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Come on, as a defender, you have got to fight harder to get
犯规啊
and stay with your man.
雷霆队吗？昨天有玩过啊。
Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
Right now it's winning time, all right? Right now it's winning time. We got to make plays down there.
And the final period of play just about to start. Rockets leading by 7. Nowitzki is out there with Nerlens Noel. And it's prime time. And there's J.J. Barea. And it's Matthews in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
He knows it. He just got locked into scoring mode and couldn't get out of it.
Nowitzki dishes to Noel.
Matthews.
Here's prime time. Offensive rebound Mavericks. Matthews, no one around him. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
给他第二次机会，他妈他就。
Going with the first basket of the period here for Dallas. Now here's Paul. He feeds it to Capella.
好球 Capella。工作很轻松啊，但不会啊。这题也没有个工作是轻松的，这个是真正的爽缺啊。好球提升。
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense nowhere to be found.
Paul with the steal. In the corner, it's Gordon.
Gordon.
And he can extend the lead to double digits.
And that's an important rebound, especially tonight where the board work has not been their best.
Rockets leading by 8. Paul kicks it to Tucker. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Passes it to Gordon. 6 to shoot. Free throw line jump shot.
Oh, sure.
Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Gordon. 8 points for Chris Paul. Dallas now.
今天可能11点吧。
Dallas calls timeout.
没看到啦，问3遍你根本就没声音，怎么知道你有讲话？
Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside.
今天当然没有翘班啊，怎么可能翘班？怎么我连敢不敢啊？不可能。哎吼，我告诉你啊，你去统神的台，你问他，你今天没有翘班，他会理你有随便。告诉你，光是问他今天吃饱了没，他都不会甩。
And the goal will be against prime time. That's foul number 2 for him. We've got 1:55 left in the game. Now here's Paul. He's tightly guarded. 4 on the clock.
And
that one is off. And the Mavericks going the other way.
Harden 没有上场。
Here's prime time, defended by Paul. Rebounded by Capella. Rockets leading by 8. And here's
somebody.
Noel with the rebound. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's prime time. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Defensively, they've got to do a better job getting out there on him on those mid-range jumpers. That's a specialty.
电脑一直他妈用弹的，妈的。
Ball outside. Third minute of action now gone.
好球 Capella.
And the dunk by Capella.
And the definition of teamwork, right there on that alley.
电机所比较高吧，大学现在很少的，基本上工科啊，基本上工科都是一定要念研究所。
And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
That's an outstanding effort there. Everyone knows he can shoot from that distance, and the D did a terrific job making it difficult. Well, we know this guy has a lot of confidence in himself, and will take that shot again if he gets a chance.
Let's go. And he puts down the jumper.
人在他前面，一个防守，一个超球，他竟然可以投进。你去问看看啊，婆婆，他会理你有随便。我跟你说啦，他如果有理你，你把那个影片录下来。他如果有理你，我给你100块。
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game.
你问他吃饭了没？他如果有理你，我给你100块，但是影片要先留着哦。你把影片留着，然后寄给我，看过 OK 就给你100块。 物质欲望很多东西就已经有了，你根本就没有什么物质欲望。我已经有车子，我要什么物质欲望？该有的都有。人如果说没办法懂得控制自己的欲望，因为基本上，假如说我今天有买车嘛，但是很多人还是觉得不够，一定要双 B 的，一定要 Benz 的。这个对一般人来说都不够的，怎么给你哦？我直接汇款给你啊，你的银行账号啊，一言既出驷马难追啊。
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. And the Mavericks call time here. They're losing by 8. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
问统神啊？问谁
A 3 from Barnes. He can't hit that time. Good D by Ariza. Rockets on offense. The drive by Paul.
不要攻啊！还有1秒的差距耶。
12 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Back to Anderson. 4 on the shot clock. Puts it up. Can't get it to fall. So we see the Rockets get the win here. This was a very strong.
Thanks, Kevin. Ryan, it was a great.
可以啊，可以当管理员啊。
What does it mean
看你要什么都可以啊。我跟你说啊，他不会理你。
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
每天玩这个不会啊，还好吧。因为基本上一天只玩1次而已。开台才会玩，我平常没有开台就不会玩。
Chris Paul, fantastic. I mean, that performance by Chris Paul, they were humming like a fine-tuned engine, and him running the show. His vision, his leadership, his attitude. He was the glue that hold them together tonight, and he couldn't have been any better in this win.
真的啊，好好，他如果会理你哦，我给你管理员，然后再加100块，我只能100块，因为真的开销比较大，所以可以100而已。
Fantastic performance in a very tough environment.
That's going to do it for our.
你如果要用抖内也可以啊，用抖内也可以。你如果用抖内的去发那个去讲话，他也会理，也可以啊。你也可以用抖内的。
The 2K Sports Pregame Show, brought to you by Kia.
你也可以用抖内，然后讲出声音，把声音讲出来，让他听到。OK 啊，这个也可以啊。
Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. And tonight, it'll be the Houston Rockets going up against the Dallas Mavericks. Well, for the Mavericks, they lost Game 1 in this matchup earlier this season.
对啊，当管理员干嘛？
looking to even the series with a win tonight.
管理员，有啊，管理员他唯一的好处就是有那种法律的那个权利啊，就是可以封锁人的权利这样而已啊，不然基本上没什么用处。有时候他的那个教练的调度方式真的怪怪的。我又遇到小牛队啊！干你娘嘞！你白岛内也无偌济钱，因为互你发薪水，你当然就是白痴哦！你娘嘞！我跟你说啦。你如果是女的，我还考虑一下嘞，男的假赛啦，吃盘吧你！你有懒觉的人，你这边领钱呢？他妈的，你吃屎吧你！没懒觉再跟我说啦，你没懒觉的时候再跟我说。 有懒架就不要讲，还是你要割掉也可以啊，还变性我 OK， 我 OK， 真的 OK， 变性我 OK。
You don't want to put yourself in a position where you're saying what if in April.
你有懒叫的麦克底下拉赛啊。
Harrison Barnes is out there with Nowitzki, and it's Matthews, then it's Noel, and it's prime time.
现在很多泰国的变性脸做的还蛮漂亮的，泰国的。他主要可能现在脸较小吧，做出来他妈粉他妈抹一抹，就感觉像就很像正妹。我一般都泰国乡下那种都是很黑的，现在我们。公司人都太老，那个都很黑的。
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game, and for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was amazed at their execution. No matter how loud the arena got, they
周琦的话，他等一下就上场啊，他替补了。
And I think it's safe to say at this point that. Chris Paul is one of
跟你讲啦，要变性也要看人啦，并不是每个人变性都很好看的。已经几公的都有哦，几公的这样变水了。要看人的好不好？尤其是那种看起来那种骨架很大的，那个没救，真的没救呀！我靠呀！
Noel in the corner.
Noel.
To the left wing. Here's Primetime, defended by Paul. You talk about Paul as one of the great point guards. He led the way in the NBA for a long time. As it became a more guard-centric league, and you know all about guard play.
Yeah, great point. And you talk to the other guards around the NBA, and they'll recognize Paul as a pathfinder for this generation. Everyone into detail. And when it's all said and done, history will look kindly.
没有啦，其实很多泰国变性的，并不是什么家庭因素才去变性，他本来就是有那个。 可能心里面都藏着一个女生在里面。Chris Paul 灌篮，谈一下变性那个就不用讲嘛，这不行啊，那个不行。要变性有一个基本的一个优势，就是你男生看起来就是很清秀，那种就有可能，那种可能可以变性。
Giving us a great look at that one. Paul gets to Ariza. Capella with it. Noel on him. Harden right side. Elbow shot is on the way.
Oh, so
again, the Rockets score.
Nice little jumper from Harden. When he's connecting from mid-range, the D is in trouble.
他传球。
1:12 left here in the first quarter. Here's Barnes. The shot misses. So Houston will take it the other way. Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Rick Carlisle.
Well, Kevin, he expects their interior defense to be airtight. He said rim protection is something we really do well. Our ability to contest shots allows us to become more efficient on the perimeter. Makes it a win-win. We'll see if all of that holds up for them tonight. Back to you.
Wonderful, Dave. Thanks. They're thinking about their defense right off the bat here.
Yeah, great thoughts, really, to have coming out of the locker room. Worry about making stops first and foremost.
Well, and it's something under your control. If you give the effort, if your guys are communicating with one another, you know you can come out and play great defense.
You can't give him that shot. A few open
他不常灌啊，不是他灌不到啊。
to get him in the zone.
And that's the last thing the defense wants to happen. You don't need to get him
要他灌，可是他不
out
常
there.
灌。
The basket just opens up that much more.
Paul against Matthews. Paul dishes to Anderson. 5 on the clock. And Harden wide open.
Oh, George, I'm proud of him.
Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one. Buried from outside.
越来越来，电脑越来。
I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And it looks like they are going to review the
电脑一直进这种球哦，进到最后，干他算进，操！
The NBA Replay Center in Secaucus.
电脑一直进这种球哦，一直进到后面，你根本就没感觉。
I mean, that 11th season I'll never forget, but
One's definitely not enough for Dirk. He's been to the mountaintop and he wants more. Another trip there.
这种三分，这种球他也要捡，你知道吗？
And you heard him. It was like the whole city.
他也要捡啊！天哪
！One big party all summer long because they were there. How could you not want to have that experience once again?
一垒有就杀2分了，干！
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively.
Yeah, entering the game is a terrific strategy. The guys are working together, feeding off of one another. That's being reflected in the stat sheet and in the score.
We've got Gordon, Harden out there with Chris Paul. Then it's Nene at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
电脑真的不去死一死啊！操他妈的嘞！这种球也在传。
With Harden, he can score from just about anywhere, even the locker room. I mean, when he scored from
什么垃圾球他也要传。
D is in for
Powell for 3, offensive rebound, and Curry has it in the corner. Goes up again. Powell the pass to Barea.
会不会3分啊？不要理他。
And here is Noel. Feeds it to Powell. Dallas moving the ball around. A nice shot by Barea.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
Awesome attack toward the basket right there. This young man stays on his grind, showing his true grit and finding a way to get that one to go.
Al Paul. He had a 12-point outing last game against the Mavericks in Dallas. NBA often comes down, Chris, to a final play at the end of the game, a big shot. You've hit some gigantic shots in your career. Who do you think are the best clutch shooters, the best clutch players in the NBA?
Oh, wow. I mean, you know, first of all, every team has a clutch guy, so you could say so many players. But I think about a veteran like D-Wade who knows how to get you a tough bucket. I think about a guy like Melo, one of the toughest guys to check one-on-one that can get you just so many tough buckets. And then you got to go back to the Oakland, San Francisco area, that Bay Area, and you got to look at Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. Those guys have to be near the top with their shooting.
Like that. He dishes it to Harden.
太远了，好，球3分。
Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 6 assists here tonight.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Timeout. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
因为 CP3 跟那个
And I don't care how much you grind it out defensively.
跟火箭做交易啦，快点跟火箭做一个交易，然后以7换1嘛，再加一个选秀权。这个 Chris Paul 得到了火箭。
So for the Rockets, Tiny he's checked in for PJ Tucker, and it's the mayor in for Paul. And then for Dallas, Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Matthews comes in for Barnes, and Pearl subbed in for JJ Barea. Nowitzki with the screen on Gordon. Curry with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. There's a screen. Farrell.
哦，好球，都是200。
Rockets leading by 11.
哎呀，不能这样传啊
Fast break Dallas. Here's Curry. A quick shot there.
哇，好高哦！人家实际上应该没那么，抢篮板应该没那么威吧？我记得他奥运会上好像。
Here's Harden. They get it back.
好球，奶奶！
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling.
就下载名单就有了。
Cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
都取65而已。
knows he has this ability, correct? Yet no one thinks to put a body on him. Incredible.
Prime time's checked in for Curry.
不知道能不能整形？要不要帮他整形一下？
To make sure it didn't get through.
Oh, great resolve there on defense, allowing nothing easy.
好球，都是一个超级。
Here's the mayor. He's covered by Matthews. Good work there as it goes.
刚刚欧洲部这个被挡死。
Mavericks trail by 15. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's prime time, defended by Gordon. Nowitzki gets a wide open look. Hits it from three-point range. Nowitzki's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, at his height, he can just rise up and get separation. And then, of course, the soft touch from distance.
Outside Gordon. Back to Harden. And we finished one half of...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here. James Harden first half. He ended up with 15 points and 1 rebound. After a subpar performance in their previous contest, he has come on strong tonight. His first half, sensational. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
In simple truth, they just got hot. Didn't matter what the defense was doing, Ernie. They were definitely able to rise above it. Even the tough shots. Did you see that one shot? I don't know how they even went down. They can carry this over to the second half. It's going to be hard to beat them, boy. Woo-wee.
Kenny, how do you think Dallas played?
Well, they're giving up too many high percentage looks, Ernie.
好像是天空贝，还有再加很多球员，再加一个选秀权，跟快艇吧，跟快艇做交换。
And that about wraps it up.
And as we return to Houston, Texas, a terrific look at the skyline here. The Toyota Center, part of that great landscape. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
Yeah, sound fundamentals. Lots of patience that led to that efficient scoring effort.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball.
哦，有没有弹进去？它是弹出来哎，你看。
Prime time is out there with Matthews, and there's Nerlens Noel.
他点的都是弹进去，我们弹出来。
And it's Nowitzki in at the force line. Matthews left side. Puts it up from 15. Ariza with the rebound.
They were right up in his grill. Really gave him no breathing room to release that one cleanly.
And the Mavericks last season acquiring Wes Matthews. They thought they'd make a huge free agent coup in acquiring center DeAndre Jordan, but he ended up getting out of his verbal agreement with the LA Clippers.
Yeah, a real gut punch moment for a franchise that had been trying for years to acquire a star center to pair with Dirk Nowitzki. But they were Zaza Pachulia, who had a huge season.
And he gets the bucket. 7 points for Nowitzki. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Now here's Paul. Anderson the screen. Jumper off the screen. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
距离有一步的距离照盖。
Rockets have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And that one falls for Paul. And the pace of play around the NBA steadily increasing. What do you think of that?
Well, I just think it's the trend. I think that, you know, it's the style of play. You know, this league is a copycat league. And if you look at San Antonio, who's totally reinvented themselves and won a couple years ago, all the way to Splash Brothers, who won a couple of years ago. They played with a faster pace, and I think that you're starting to see guys do that. I also think that the fact that the lineups are different. Now that you may see more small ball, that would automatically increase the pace if you have faster players in there at all times. So I think the fact that guys' skill set are becoming more rounded, which allows for teams to have all skilled players on there, and it doesn't matter about certain heights and stats as far as body type goes. I think it's going to be something that lasts for a long time. I mean, hey, it's good as long as the defense can play defense with integrity. As long as you don't take that away, yeah, let the game go as fast as it can because it just turns into some exciting plays.
有时候明明就已经要交换了，结果电脑还空空，不知道要不要换这样。
Lets it go from 11. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket.
没有我没有粉丝团，没有啊。
Feels like more and more the league is demanded now.
没有粉丝团啊。
Skill at every position. Guys, Chris who can dribble and pass and shoot. Do you think you'd have been even more valued if you played in today's game?
有了，这球有。
Legend was told me not to kind of look back and compare or to wonder about what could have been, and I don't know.
现在应该不会顿了吧？ 刚刚真的会顿。
When I had that skill set, it was appreciated by my coach, teammates, and some fans. But for most people back then, they would say you're trying to do too much, or it doesn't mean anything to have 5 assists a game, or to get guys involved. And you know, for me, I just thought that the more you can do, the better you are at all skill sets. The more you kind of make yourself valuable to you. The more you should be on the court. And it validates that. So for me, I just took all my favorite players and I stole from them. I wanted to be like them, and I thank the generations that came before me that allowed me to see what the game should.
后侧部用那个啊，三角形加上后面的键。
Good point. And it's Ariza in the corner.
Ariza, 哎呀
，no good on the 3. Mavericks trail by
2个都
11.
铁。
Inside.
我都靠到你啦！
There. Missing the shot. Shoot 2. The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. That free throw missing.
给他罚球是对的。
And the Mavericks making a change here.
啊，不要吵啦。
And the second free throw, good.
反正他们交易嘛，就这样就好了。
Harden with it. He's got 15. No good on that last second attempt. Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
You gotta have a presence in the lane, remember. No lane.
Well, welcome back as we get set to start the 4th. And it's the Rockets with the ball. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Gordon out there with Harden. Then there's Anderson. Then there's Nene. And it's the mayor in at the small forward position. That's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Mavericks trail by 10. Here's the teardrop. That one good. Good D by Harden. Anderson outside.
Anderson.
Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Anderson's got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for the Rockets. Dallas has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Prime time, the pass to Noel. Got that bucket in no time at all.
Recognizing the size mismatch, pulls up from mid-range, easy money.
Here is Harden. Anderson the screen.
Harden
outside. Outside Gordon. There's the triple.
Gordon.
And another 3 for Houston.
And really, as the 3
得了，还没退休啊，还可能再打个4年吧。至少明年球季还会继续再打。
And the Mavericks call time here.
直接订阅。那几点啊？哦，10点半啊，差不多了。
All you need is just one game of watching James Harden, and it's easy to see why he's such a gifted scorer. He has no problem into the teeth of a defense. Pretty much impossible to stay in front of him at all times.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. Lisa comes in for the mayor. And it's Paul in for James Harden. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we've put ourselves in this hole and we've got to work our way out of it.
哎呀，弹出来呀！
And Chris, as we know with Harden, it's only a prayer to stay in front of him. So crafty, so good, dead-eye shooter, difficult to defend.
And it's funny to think that when he came into the league from ASU, Harden was known mostly for his shooting. He has worked on his handles. Now he has the ability to drive. That's what's pushed him into elite player status.
Prime time from outside off the mark.
没有传好啊，
burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
交叉运球被卡死。
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Now, by this point, we all know the approach the Houston Rockets front office has taken to assemble a team has made for some great years for Houston, but they have yet to turn the corner.
你看运球运到最后，结果就没体力耶。
Paul kicks to Gordon. The feed now to Capella.
超夸
Some
张
nice
的。
passing there by Houston. Paul dishes to Anderson. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Gordon. There's the 3. Ariza no up. And for the approach of the Rockets, a lot of it is looking for shots that are of high value, namely threes and free throws.
Well, most importantly, the players have bought in and embraced the approach. Not many players will be against a high-powered offense that gets up and down the floor.
Right side, Gordon. Ariza kicks to Paul. Now the dish to Capella. And the rejection by Noel. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel. Houston with a big group substitution.
该还有一场吧，再玩个一场。
The bulldozer comes in for Anderson. The mayor is checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's PJ Tucker in for Paul. Another miss by Houston. Mavericks trail by 12.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory.
Tonight they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight. And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Harden. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
That's a 2 from Matthews. And it's Matthews again missing. And Dirk Nowitzki gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Tiny, he's checked in for Houston. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Let's it go from 14.
他的动作好慢啊，突然动作。
Pass to Hammond. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Love the tenacity. That's money in tight against the pressure.
跟进球员的话，就是在你这个记录档开始之前，把网友做的球员档把它汇入，汇入之后就 OK 了。别订阅啊！阿拿小易。
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
我还在等吼吼，我要跟统神聊天。
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal,
James Harden.
His field goal percentage was up there, hit over 60%. Now I love his shot selection, and he never tried to do too much or play outside his comfort zone. He just took advantage of what the defense gave him.
This is just no way to keep James Harden in check when he's
联盟介入了，有介入吗？
He's got too many ways to beat
没有吧
He combines scoring on the perimeter, scoring inside, step back, and he can pass it like nobody else. Harden was a steamroller tonight. Just stay out of his way. He didn't even try to Euro step tonight. Run him over, Harden.
倒牌动作。
And that'll do it for this.
我记得我有教学啦，但是我不晓得放在哪边。我去找看看，他那个实况的记录档里面好像都有。哦，他没回哦，你可以自己问啊，一直打，打到他回你为止嘛，这样就中了。对啊，周琦跟火箭签约了，签了4年了。好，我们明天再继续啊。今天礼拜3，那我们就等吼吼的好消息啊哈。今天早点关台，然后吼吼。嘿。 可以去跟他聊天。好，我们明天再继续啦。我在想，有点想玩那个棒球啊，因为最近林思维表现好像还不错，想开一个红袜队，可是找不到那个球员档。最近比较夯的应该是林思维啊，他的手背真的还蛮稳的。我说明天礼拜3啊。哦，对啊，我现在 Part 3后面最后有教学。